We've announced the really the second stage of our welfare reforms, and I thought I'd explain them a little bit more to you. So really 2 years ago we announced Future Focus 1, and that's where we brought in work testing, part-time work testing for those on the DPB with their youngest child at 6 and various other changes. And here we are 2 years later, and it's time for the next stage of those reforms. The reality is that we've got a welfare system that was really introduced in the 1930s, and I actually admire those that brought it in and for all the right reasons. You know, we've got an act that was written in 1960, and here we are in 2012, and quite frankly the system is not keeping up with modern New Zealand. So it's time to change that system, to fundamentally look at what we're doing and how we're doing it, and make sure that it is keeping up with New Zealand as we know it today and where it's going to be in 5-10 years' time. I bet those that thought of the system in the 1930s didn't think we would be at a place today where we have more than 220,000 children that are, that are on welfare and in welfare-dependent households, where we would have 13% of the population, many of whom are healthy and able to get out there, but instead have actually got themselves trapped into a level of dependence that's not good for them, not good for their families, and certainly not good for the country. So the changes are about setting that policy better. It's about actually making sure that we do look at breaking that cycle of dependence in some and wrapping the right support around others who really need it. They are fundamental. You're going to hear a lot about the investment approach as the year comes through, and that's where we really look at the welfare system completely differently than we do today, where we look at what the cost is over a lifetime for some of those on benefit, and can we actually spend more upfront and fundamentally change the way that we look at it. We are going to put more case managers in, so there'll be more frontline staff at Work and Income that wrap that support, better partnering with our community organisations out there so that they do it. It is time that the system caught up with our New Zealand as we know it, and this year is a big year for welfare reform, but one that is well overdue and that I'm really proud to be heading.